You are with the big story here at 5 p.m. I'm Seher Zama. In the top focus, in what has come in as minor relief for the people of Chennai, with the ongoing water scarcity in Tamil Nadu, a special train today carrying 2.5 million litres of water has finally reached from Vellore. The train, which was specially commissioned by the state government, but it has come in at a huge cost to the exchequer. This is at the cost of 65 crores that plan to bring in 10 million litres of water daily. But this will still not be enough as per the requirement, because Chennai will still fall nearly 200 million litres, will require 200 million litres each given day. What's shocking here though is that ministers of the state had held up the train for about 2 hours because they were waiting for an auspicious time to send the train with these coaches, 50 coaches with gallons, 2.5 million gallons of water. The question that we are asking today though here is the state government, has it done enough to tackle the water crisis, or is this step not just too little too late but hugely expensive as well?
எந்த நல்லது பண்ணும்போது ஒரு நல்ல டைம் இருக்கும். எப்பவுமே நம்ம ஒரு கல்யாணம் பண்ணாலும் சரி, ஒரு நல்ல நிகழ்ச்சி பண்ண நல்ல டைம். இந்த நல்ல டைம்ல தான் வர சொல்லி எங்க செக்ரட்டரி எம்டி எல்லாமே எல்லாம் இருந்து அதுக்கு சம்பந்தப்பட்டவங்க ரயில்வே துறை எல்லாம் பேசி முடிச்சு இந்த டைம் தான் நல்ல டைம் அப்படினாங்க. அவங்க வந்து அந்த நல்ல டைம் கரெக்டான டைம்க்கு நல்ல டைம்ல பண்ணிருக்காங்க.
Correspondent Pramod has also spoken with the Tamil Nadu Water and Fisheries Minister. Let's take a listen in.
You said twice that there is no water scarcity, careful, only water shortage. Do you still stick to that point? Do you still to that point?
Already concerned minister elaborated briefly. So that is enough.
No, sir, what I'm saying is that because if there is only water shortage, what is the necessity for bringing water from the train actually?
Day by day, the demand is increasing.
Okay.
So to meet that demand, so we planned and to bring the water from various sources.
Okay. So can we consider that as actually water scarcity now at this point?
We fulfilling the expectation and the demands of the people.
Okay.
Sir, but why did you wait for so long, sir? The train reached here at 11.
See, we planned by 2 o'clock. So actually we are here by 2 o'clock.
So the train came by 11:53 actually. Is it another, you consider this another magnificent feat of AIDMK that it was made to wait so long?
Instead of that, we are supplying water. Now itself.
How long do you expect to place this train and bring water to Chennai? Because Chennai needs 830 million litres of water per day.
Already the minister has given elaborate briefing. No, that is enough.
Our correspondent Pramod getting us further details here. Pramod, this special train, of course, is going to be taking a couple of rounds today and a couple of trips that it would take today through the day. But given the fact the first one was delayed, was entirely held up because they wanted an auspicious moment, an auspicious time here for this, has water managed to go across at least this afternoon? Are homes getting water from this train this afternoon?
Well, that particular train is only has brought in only 2.5 million litres of water, when the Chennai needs 830 million litres of water, and for this itself, this much gimmick. Nobody else could give such absurd explanations for what has done. Imagine already people are dying, or struggling because of thirst, and then we get a train that itself is they are celebrating it. That is not anything to celebrate at all, because now they have to pay 8.6 lakhs for one trip. This train is going to conduct 4 trips. 2 trains with 50 wagons will carry 10 million litres of water. Each trip will be 2.5 million litres of water, and they will bring it to Chennai, and that will be distributed to various areas. From Vellore, it will go to Kirpoktak, and from there it's going to be distributed. It's definitely not going to be enough, because state claims that they are currently giving 525 million litres of water. We have to go by the word, because there is no actual proof how much million litres of water they are providing, because everywhere we go people are claiming that there is no water. In fact, one of the persons whom we spoke there, he says there is water, but not enough water. Less than enough water is only available. That itself stands as an example of what is the situation. But AIDMK is making this as another kind of a magnificent feat they have done, which definitely is not. Had the government maintained the water bodies, and which had it been desilted for so long, without not taking care of it for several years, this situation would not have arisen in the first place.
Right. Yes, stay with us. We're getting in more voices. We have Rajan with us over the phone line, also Mr. Jayram, activist. Thank you for being with us. First to you, Rajan, in your view, do you think this is too little too late, or this has been well timed?
No, I think this is definitely not a solution at all. Tapping about 10 million liters of day per day, where your requirement is roughly about 800 million liters per day. I think this is not a solution at all. They would be happy to do it for the first few days and maybe a week's time. Then obviously the water sources at Jolarpet will come down, and they'll find resistance from the local people, obviously. So I think this is not a solution. The Chennai Metro Water has identified a lot of disowned quarries, which they have found a lot of water storage there. They should pick that up. They should start recycling the wastewater. All these things they should do, but
Right.
On the other hand, the government is trying to cover this for the failures that they haven't done in so many years. And also, even when monsoon starts now or monsoon starts in a few weeks or months, we are not prepared to receive that rainfall because the water bodies are not desilted, the water bodies are being encroached, a lot of things are happening. So the government wants to put this train as a cover on its failures.
Mr. Jayram, your view on this here, do you think there is parallel work, not just in providing water by the start of this special train, but there is parallel work which is going on by the state government in preparing to conserve water when the monsoon hits the state?
I mean, we are clearly seeing that the government has not done anything with respect to the preparation. They are coming out with announcements in terms of budget, but the work on the ground is not there to be seen. In fact, quite oppositely, yesterday we came up with an expose on how a big lake called Tamaraikeni Eri in Soringanallu, parts of the area has been right now being encroached by the police to construct a police station. This is a water body that has been restored by volunteer groups in the area, and the police have now cleared the fencing and is now building a police station. Have filled the lake with now mud and is now building a police station. So even at this time, this peak of a water crisis, what the government is doing is that they are destroying the water body. We have exposed how that water body has been reclassified from being a water body to a institutional use zone in March of this year, in 2019. Whereas the Madras High Court, right after the floods in 2015, came up with a very clear order saying that the state is holding the water bodies only in public trust, according to the doctrine of the public trust. So they are only trustees of these water bodies, and they have no right whatsoever to reclassify the land, and it's beyond the powers of the state to reclassify the water body. And in spite of that, the CMDA department, the PWD department, the police are all getting together to reclassify the water body at this time of crisis, whereas they have to be...
That being, of course, just one example here, wherein which you feel that the state is still not working towards conserving water bodies, still not working towards preparing in making those arrangements for water conservation here. Pramod, the specific question regarding what this water is going to be used for, has the state government specified that this is only for domestic use, or is this water also going to be provided to metros and industrial units as well?
Well, for now, this is only for public to use because they cannot separate it in any other way, because already for the public itself, 830 million liters of water, of which supporting groundwater, that is nowhere available. Right now, they are living with 525 million liters of water. As water shortage has also increased from the actual positions where the state government was taking it, be it desalination plants or stone quarries, that water is depleting. So that's the reason they are bringing this water as a supplement for the water that is depleting from stone quarries, and that's how they are trying to manage it right now. On paper, it's 425 milliliters of water provided by the state every day, but on on reality, it doesn't look like that way. A minimum of a maximum of 450 milliliters of water could only be available, because that is why people are everywhere you go, you'll only see pots around the area. In each and every street, they are waiting day and night for the metro tanker lorries to come over to provide the water. If Chennai or surrounding areas does not get rain, this is going to get severe. And right now, this 10 MLD of water, though the government is not telling us the exact truth, it seems like the water in the stone quarries are depleting. So to maintain this number, once again, they are bringing it at a higher cost. 66 crores is being used for this alone, exchequer's money.
Right, Pramod, without doubt, some reactions that you had gotten us earlier here at the time of the arrival of this train earlier this afternoon, that there were people who were saying that it is a good move as far as immediate relief here is concerned for a few places, but eventually, given that this is at the cost of the exchequer, it would start affecting people.
Well, the people are completely upset because they collectively do not know what they are missing. The problem here is that they need water. They need to children are there, adults are there, senior citizens are there. Everybody require water, and without groundwater, they cannot survive. So that's the reason they need the metro water, and they do not want to say anything against it, because all they want is water right now, any means. They do not realize how the government is actually acting, or how the actual authorities do not function or save the protect the water bodies. How that has led to these situations, they are not aware of it. Yes, there are certain people, certain organizations, certain locality area people, they are becoming aware, and as they go through this phase, some of the volunteers have gone ahead and tried to work on themselves instead of waiting for the government to make sure that the ponds or lakes around that area are clean, because they did not want to wait for the government anymore. The process is extremely long, and it doesn't seem to work for them. This is actually coming in the moment when the government has once again allocated 2,300 crores to maintain the rivers and the water bodies in the state.
All right. Let's also get a view here from opposition in the state. Mr. Saravanan of the DMK with us on the phone line. Thanks for being with us this evening. In your view, is this good enough work? Because we're looking at a crisis. Is this immediate relief for the people in the face of the scarcity?
No, I don't think that this is going to be sufficient. We are looking at 50,000 liters per day, per trip. And look at the cost that is being, I think this is a showcase model. They want to just showcase that they have done something. They want to manage the headline. Apart from that, this is not going to serve any purpose. Look at the infrastructure they have created and how much money it has costed and how long it has taken. It has taken almost 20 days, more than 20 days. And still, there's no clarity on how long this is going to go on and from where this water is coming. And what about the place where this water is being extracted? Do they have enough water? So, a lot of doubts. And this 50,000 liters is nothing. It's just peanuts thrown at the people. It's not even going to solve the water problem for a locality for a week. And every day.
No, but is this an extreme reaction there that is coming here from you? If you could keep the politics aside from this here, because it's not as if this water is not going to be helping people at all. It is at the end of the day 2.5 million gallons that is coming in per trip. There are going to be about 4 trips every day till the monsoons hit. So this would be helping people.
Definitely, this will be helping people. Any water, even if it's going to be 1,000 liters, that's parched we are. Even if it's going to be 1,000 liters or 2,000 liters, it is going to be helpful. There's no doubt about that. But what cost? Who's going to pay the cost of all these? And can we assure that there won't be any kickbacks, fully knowing well that this government is a government, a totally corrupt government, trying to find innovative ways to steal money from the people, from the government? That is the problem here. Why have they not done anything? See, 220, we are speaking about 2.5.
The reason you're looking at this with suspicion here, because this, of course, comes in at a huge cost of the exchequer. Remember, this is going to be costing the entire operation 66 crores is what has been estimated here. Let's get in a word here from the AIADMK as well. Is Krishnan with us over the phone line? Thanks for being with us. There are allegations here against the government that while this is a step that is bringing in relief, it is too little too late and being extremely expensive.
No. The government is taking appropriate steps to bring water to Chennai, rightly at the appropriate time. Now water has been arranged from Vellore to Chennai by train. So that this allegation is politically motivated, madam. The government is doing all
sir, the question
works to bring water. Hello.
No, that we agree with Mr. Navneeta Krishnan. The question here being, yes, we can hear you, sir. The question here that is being asked is that was this the only solution available, given that it took 20 days for this to be implemented and there are about 66 crores spent on this, which is going to come at the cost of the exchequer?
No. You see, this is not the question of cost, madam. Providing water, bringing water to people of Chennai is a very basic need. So the wasting money or
that's true. It is a basic need which should be provided for free, sir.
From cost point of view.
No, why is it not a question of the cost? If money is being spent to this extent for this massive operation of bringing in 50 coaches.
Government is doing all possible steps. They are taking all possible steps. No.
That's right, Mr. Navneethan. You will still need to answer this question. That this has been an expensive affair. It is getting in a basic essential requirement of water at a huge cost to people. Why should it be costing so much?
Places. I strongly deny it, madam. Okay.
So question here that is being asked, one needs to establish this very clearly here, that is this a job that has been done by the state government which is too little too late, which is coming in just for very tiny relief. This is not going to be lasting too long. We would again be in that situation where the state would be entirely dependent on waiting for the monsoons. How many days are we looking at this train being plying every day?
No. It is a failure. There is no water because of a failure of monsoon and there is no rainfall. Nobody can be blamed. Administration is not responsible for this.
Sir, is your government taking parallel steps? Okay. Yes, sir. Is the government taking parallel steps in preparedness, in making those preparations for water conservation as well at the arrival of the monsoons?
No, madam. Madam, you please. Amma alone brought the scheme of harvesting rainwater in the whole of India. Please understand, the government is doing all possible steps, that's all. Now these are all nature's failures. For each and everything, one cannot blame the government. It is not.
Sir, that water was not harvested in the past year, which is why we're looking at a shortage this time.
No, madam, please, you understand. The government is taking steps which are possible. That's all I can say. Okay.
All right, appreciate you speaking with us here. Of course, the ruling party, Mr. Navneeta Krishnan of the AIDMK, continues to maintain it's a great job having been done by the state government at the time of a crisis.